Got my mind made up. Uh-oh.
Say what? Oh, baby. Say what? Hey. Say what?
I got my mind made up. Come on, you can get it, girl. Anytime. Tonight is fine. I got my mind made up. Come on, you can get it, girl. Anytime. Tonight is fine.
What's up? Mr. 2Dawgs Sports Talk Show coming at you this Tuesday afternoon in Tulsa, Oklahoma, where it's hot as I don't know what up in here. Hey, but we got a hot show for you tonight. I got my co-host back with me this week.
Yo,
What's going on? Yo, how's it going, man?
Man, the two bandits is back in the building, bro. It's ball season, bro. Put on your game face, bro.
Okay, what we gotta do. We gotta do our disclaimer.
Okay.
I told my wife the other night. I said, "Hey, babe, guess what?" She said, "What?" I said, "First preseason game Thursday."
Yeah.
She said, "Oh Lord Jesus, help me." Hey, Thursday night it goes down the Hall of Fame game between the New York Jets and the Cleveland Browns. We know we're not gonna see Aaron Rodgers, but hey,
it's on TV.
It's on TV. And the Cleveland Browns, they need to play.
Yeah, everybody.
They need to play Deshaun Watson for real.
Yeah.
He don't need to sit out no more because he need to be right.
Yeah.
So, hey, ball come on starting Thursday, and then after that, it is nothing but football for the next 6 months.
Thank the Lord.
It is so lovely and so pretty and so nice. But we got a hot show for you tonight, so we can just go ahead and get started.
Yeah.
We got the assistant coach for the Tulsa Hell Rangers. This is his first year, Mr. Brandon Braxton. He's gonna be on the show.
Yeah.
Then we got Mr. Keywan Parker of the University of Tulsa. He's gonna be on the show, and we're gonna talk a little bit ball. We're gonna talk a little bit of fight, but we're gonna take a quick break, and we're gonna be right back here on the 2Dawgs Sports Talk Show.
How to order chicken wings. Number 1, find a good wing spot. How to order chicken wings. Number 1, find a good wing spot.
I know a wing spot, Max Wings.
Number 2, decide if you want a combo or if you want to order a la carte.
Huh? What's that?
Well, combos come with chicken, veggie sticks, fries, and a drink for a discounted price. A la carte means that you order each item separately.
Okay.
3, decide if you want bone-in, boneless, or cauliflower wings, and then determine the delicious flavor you want on your wings.
I didn't even know cauliflower had wings.
You learn something new every day. Have you been to Max Wings?
Yep.
Max Wings is located at 782 East Pine Street in Tulsa. We're open Monday through Thursday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. and on Friday and Saturday from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Come to Max Wings, home of the dry rub fries.
The 36th Street North Event Center is a full-scale event center where we share the experiences of the community. At the event center, you can rent space for weddings, birthday parties, receptions, concerts, Greek events, quinceañeras, and much more. We also do custom decor, linen, and centerpieces. We're located at 1125 East 36th Street North. To book your next special event, business gathering, or community event, call us at 918-200-9046.
Citizens United for a Better Educational System, better known as CUBES. We stand together to fight COVID-19 and its variants with a layered approach. Let's make our schools safe, educate, vaccinate, wear masks, social distance, and wash your hands. CUBES cares about our community.
To save the children.
Hey, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Welcome to Black Wall Street Tees and Souvenirs, where you can get the best Black-owned T-shirts, apparel, and souvenirs right here in the heart of Tulsa. For more information, please call 918-523-0608 or shop online with us at bwstshirts.com. And we hope to see you soon.
This is KBOB 89.9 FM, Tulsa. And now streaming 24/7 live from the Eden Media Studio. 24/7 live at KBOB899.com.
Mercy, know it so well. Should've wrote this from a cold cell. Now I'm praying on the floor of my hotel. Riding on the devil, taking no L's. They said don't do it cause it won't sell. Now look, we ain't taking no L's. God say go, then it won't fail. Now look, we ain't taking no L's. What did you think? I run dry when my supply is the king. I run high, deny and
Welcome back to the 2Dawgs Sports Talk Show here on KBOB 89.9.
What you think I like buying the G's? When I could get by and still I provide for my seed. Never happened.
This is what's going on. On August 19th, on August 19th, it's the back to school bash of the year. I'm telling you what's happening. You don't want to miss this. It's the Spreading Hope back to school bash. We're celebrating 10 years of doing this back to school bash for children with unique needs. I'm telling you, it's going to be lit. I'm talking about if you haven't been to one, you need to make sure you come. We'll be handing out over 1,200 field backpacks. We have over 45 community agencies that's going to be there. We got all kinds of health screenings. We have we're gonna have IEP 504 classes, disability law classes. I'm telling you, you don't want to miss this. We got a big kid zone. We have music. The hometown heat. Ramal Brown is gonna be emceeing. You do not want to miss this. Registration starts at 10:30 a.m. Do not come thinking you can get these backpacks as soon as they get here. No. We need you to go visit all these community agencies out there. So backpacks don't be handed out to the end. And if you're not registered, you're not going to be able to get one. So I can't help that. But that's the way it go. But it's free. You don't have to pay a dime. We're going to have it's backpacks, school supplies, health, education resources, food and family and fun, free classes. Oklahoma Parent Center, understanding IEP and 504 from 11:30 to 12 to 12:30 disability law, so you know disability rights, 12:30 to 1 p.m. disability services. This is going to be at B.S. Roberts Park, Langston University, 914 North Greenwood Avenue, Tulsa, Oklahoma 74106. If you need more information, call 918-619-6174. Some of our sponsors are Pepsi, Oklahoma State Department of Health, the Food Bank, Tulsa Public Schools, Tulsa Health Department, Drexel Academy, EduRec, Oklahoma Parent Center, Juice Radio Show, Eden Media Service, the Grief Center, 100 Black Men in Tulsa, Healthy Start, Historical Greenwood District in Langston, and Habitation for Humanity. You don't want to miss this event. I'm telling you. Be there August 19th. 2Dawgs will be in the house. So you don't want to miss it. We'll see you then on August 19th. All right, man. Let's talk a little bit of sports real quick. I mean, introduce our guest. Our guest, Mr. Brandon Braxton, the assistant football coach for the Tulsa Hell Rangers. How's it going today, sir?
Going good. I appreciate y'all having me.
All right, but before we get to him, let's talk a little bit of boxing.
Yeah.
Hey, man. The slobber knocker that took place on Saturday night, it was just downright ugly. I'm talking about, it reminded me of Martin when he fought Tommy Hearns. And Tommy, and at the end, he like the Elephant Man face.
Yeah.
That's what Errol Spence looked. Bud took him, you know, Bud came in with the fish net and everything because he said he gonna caught a big fish.
Yeah.
Hey, man, he caught a whale. That's what it was. He caught a whale. I'm talking about he's the undisputed welterweight champ, and now Spence said there is going to be a rematch. He rematch in December, but it'll be at 154. Bud ain't coming up to 154 to fight Spence. But I understand why Spence saying, because I really do think that him trying to get down to 147 is too much. You know, after you reach a certain age, you just can't drop that much weight no more.
Right.
So I think it needs to probably be a 154 or maybe do a catch weight or something. But I think Spence would be more comfortable at 154. But what do y'all think about fighting? We'll start with you, yo. What's going on?
Bruh, I don't really think it's gonna make a difference. They can fight at 160, 154, 147, 140. I don't think it's gonna make a bit of difference. Cause if Spence is a pressure fighter. If Spence cannot go to the body and push the guy backwards and be able to dictate terms and conditions of the fight, he can do that against probably about anybody else. But the duty face Saturday night. Bud Crawford.
But if he was uncomfortable at 147, Deontay Wilder said
he was
dehydrated.
Yeah,
he looked drained, and he did look a little bit. I'm not making no excuses, but he did look a little bit funny. His skin looked. He ain't that red, man. He looked red.
Yeah.
So something wasn't right. What you think, Coach?
Man, he looked red because he got beat up on.
But he was looking red before the fight.
Yeah. For me, I got a lot of buddies from Dallas. I've been to Dallas, but I also been to Omaha. Dudes from Omaha a little different, man.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to tell all my buddies. They talking Dallas, South Dallas, and all that. South Dallas is tough.
Yeah.
But Omaha, Nebraska,
whole different beast.
Yeah.
I totally understand that statement there. I done been to both. Well, South Dallas is rough, but Omaha, a whole different animal, bro.
Hey, whole different animal. Hey, man, I don't know what that was on Saturday night, man. It was a straight up massacre, man. It was. I'm like, dude, stop the fight. It's over. You the only way you're gonna win is knock them out. Because you're not after the 8th round.
Yeah, that 10-7 round. Yeah.
It's done. Yeah. You can't win unless you knock Bud out. Mm-hmm. And you're not supposed to knock Bud out.
And did he get it? I think he only got I'm gonna say good landed punches. The only thing he got 3 that I can remember on the whole fight. Now, how many times did Bud hit Spence with a hard, clean shot? I think every round but the first round. Mm-hmm. So, and one thing that I haven't seen no one be able to do that Bud Crawford did was take away Spence's jab. But he totally took that away from him.
But what I'm saying is that if he's comfortable at 154, I think it's going to be it might be a little bit different fight. I'm not saying Spence is going to win.
But you think it'll be?
I think it'll be a better fight match. because now he hasn't cut a. As we know, we big men.
Yeah,
all 3 of us big men.
Yeah,
trying to cut weight
is difficult.
It's difficult once you reach it, and after a while, you can't cut that weight.
Right, especially if you got muscle.
And so Spence, he went to nutrition and everything and trying to cut weight, and he was still having problems trying to cut weight. And so you trying to do that, it wears on you.
Yeah.
And so I think him being at 154, he ain't got to try to cut no weight. He going to be comfortable. You understand? From my understanding, he was weighing more than 154.
Yeah, I think he said he walks around between 160, 170.
And so that's almost
20 pounds.
Also, with 20 pounds that you're trying to cut, 25 pounds that you're trying to cut.
Yeah.
In 3 months.
Yeah.
Did y'all watch the prelims of the fight though?
Yes. Yeah, I seen some.
Spence was in the comfort of his own home.
Yeah.
He was in Dallas, I'm sure he was focused on the fight, but it's a little different than I look at Bud. He went off to Colorado on the mountains, man.
By himself.
It just seemed like he was a little bit more locked in to me.
He down there in Colorado. The air is a little bit different. You gotta really try to get your wind because that air is real thin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
he got isolated from his family.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, to each his own. I mean, yeah, he was training in Dallas. Yeah, they got a Rittenitis camp.
Well, I think Spence I really do think Spence underestimated.
Mm-hmm.
But see, this is the only thing. I don't see how you can do that. Dude was 39-0 with 30 knockouts. He had 10 knockouts in a row.
But it don't make. Sometimes you when you big dog on the block, you can underestimate that little dog. Even though, because you feel like he ain't really fought nobody.
Well, everybody he didn't fought at welterweight, he didn't knocked out. Everybody he didn't face, he ain't been to a card yet at 147. Everybody he didn't face at 147 has touched canvas and hasn't gotten back up, bro. You got to take that dude serious. I know if I see that and be like, wait a minute, nobody actually went 12 rounds with this guy in this weight division, and he got one belt. Maybe I need to do my homework before I go get in the ring with this dude.
Yeah. It is.
I'm just saying, bro. He had 10. Nobody at 147 has went to the cars with this dude.
Like I said, I just think Spence. When you listen to Spence talk, it just seems like he really just underestimated Crawford. You can have all the decorated shirts on there with all the locker rooms on there with every name,
strap season.
Yeah, but when you get between that in that ring,
yeah,
all that decorating, all them shirts
don't mean nothing.
Them shirts don't hit back.
No, they don't.
I can talk all the noise. It's like going on a football field.
Yeah,
I can talk all the noise I want before I get on that field.
But once you get between the lines, it's a whole different.
It's a whole different story.
Yeah,
and ain't that right? Because that's a segue into these Hell Rangers.
Absolutely.
All right,
it's time
Coach.
to strap it up. It's time to strap it up.
That's it. And it's time to strap it up in high school ball.
Yeah.
All city starts in what? When is all city? To 12?
17.
17. Yeah. So 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Yep.
It's all city ball, and it goes down. So, Coach, this is your first year over at Hale.
Mm-hmm.
What made you want to come over to Hale and show your talents?
Well, first of all, me getting into coaching, I have a passion for the kids. The city kids in particular, and a buddy of mine, the head coach over there, Isaiah Irvin. We've been having conversations for some years now about us, joining back up. We initially coached together over at Edison. And when he got the head coaching job over at Tulsa Hale, he knew what he was walking into, but the record says the thing, but these kids, man, they keep coming back. Every year they keep coming back, even though they keep, they didn't get any wins, like everybody wants, everybody wants to win, but it's just, I respect that, man. I respect those kids coming back, and I think that I can help them.
Well, the thing is, one thing I can say is when you have to build up a program, basically from ground up, you start with 15 young men,
mm-hmm.
and you building up to 20, 25, 30. You having to build up your program to where it needs to be. That's work.
Mm-hmm.
That's work in itself.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, you all have what, about 40 out?
Kids?
Yeah.
Nah, we got we between about 20, 25 that been showing up for the summer workouts.
Well, that's more than what he had.
Yeah.
Showing up. I know last year when we talked to Coach Irvin, I believe he said that once the basketball players came in and everything, I think he ended up with about 30, 35 players
mm-hmm.
total on the team.
Mm-hmm.
And that 25 players coming up to work out, that is, you got enough for offense and defense, but majority of them probably playing
both ways.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you all combat that at Hale, because you only got 25 players coming out right now?
Well, I think the main thing is, building a coaching staff that understand, the work that needs to be done. 20, 25 kids, like you all say, is not a lot. And a lot of these schools got 50, 60 kids, but getting a coaching staff that understand the work that need to be put in, taking the initiative to reach out to these kids and pull up to these kids' house and reach out to parents and let them understand that, hey, y'all not fighting this battle by yourself. You got a guy like myself that's willing to do whatever I can do within reason, to help these kids out, because for most of our kids, football is a way out, so I just want to be there to support that, be able to use my network to help those kids, that really, really want it, and just make the best of it.
So how do you tell your players that, because a lot of teams, unless you play on a tough school team, the other team on the opposite side, they might, like you said, 50, 60 players on the squad. Half of them might not be playing both ways. They might just be playing one way. They've been playing together since they've been playing Pee Wee football. How do you go about getting them hyped and ready to understand, hey, no matter what you see on this across from you, we got the skills and the ability and the talent to succeed. How do you go about getting that mindset?
I think it starts in the summer. You know, myself and a couple guys came over to Nathan Hale with me, and I think just building that mentality in the summer is the biggest deal for us. You know, regardless of who we're going against, just letting our kids know that, you know what it looks like when you're tired. Know what it looks like when it's going to be third, fourth quarter, and those guys got their hands on their hips. To take advantage of those moments, and to also build that confidence in them. A big thing for us is confidence. We got some good players, but the coaching part is the biggest part. So I think building the confidence going from the summer, segueing into the season, just letting those kids understand, like, hey man, we got a fighting chance against anybody we go against, regardless, as long as we hit them in the mouth first.
Now, do you have to, because a lot of your players play both ways, do you have to do extra running, extra conditioning, so they can be prepared to be able to play in the fourth quarter and fresh in the fourth quarter? Because where they might not be fresh, the other team is fresh because they're only playing one way.
Right. But when I was coming up, playing both ways, man, that
it was a way of life.
It was a way of life, and I mean, you can do the extra conditioning and stuff like that, but in my opinion, you're not gonna get in shape for ball until you start playing ball, especially when you're going both ways, because you give a little more in the game than you do at practice, typically. So for us, it's just, having those kids understand the mentality and doing it in practice.
I hear what you're saying, Coach, but I got a coach. When we was in school, that talking about you ain't getting in shape till you play, then someone should have told Coach Hill and Coach Burks that over at Central, because they didn't understand that, because they made us go face down on that hill and doing, they call them up downs now, but
chopping grass.
They call them trunks, and that's all you heard. We might do 200.
Yeah,
going trunks face down a big old hill over at Central. So, that's why I say I heard what you're saying, but I don't know about that one, because my coaches sure didn't understand that philosophy.
Yeah, plus one of our coaches was a track coach, so running is what he wanted to do. So anything to deal with some running, because we had to hit them double hills.
Yeah, that's how bad it was over there where we at. We named the hills.
Yeah.
We gave names. We named one Canada, one Arizona. It because that's how we knew we knew which one was the worst hill to go to.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that we don't condition. I'm not saying we don't push our kids to condition hard. We do that. I'm saying, once you get into that game and you're fighting back and forth and exerting that energy against another man's will, that's a different type of conditioning.
So do you do more of a CrossFit? Do y'all do, more calisthenics? Try to keep them fresher, have them stretch their bodies in ways they ain't used to stretching. Give us an insight on that.
Well, I mean, we do it the old school way.
Okay.
We get them on the line and they run.
They do it the new old school way. They don't do it the old school way. Before we got on here, we was talking about the old school about the bull and the ring, the Oklahoma drill. That's the old school. They don't do no water. Hitting the chute.
Yeah.
We didn't have a plastic chute.
We had a
steel chute.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you hit your head, you felt it. There wasn't no such thing as a concussion.
Right. But a lot of these schools don't have chutes. A lot of these schools don't have sleds. We do. And we go use it every day.
Okay.
So because your background is offensive line or defensive line?
Offensive line.
Offensive line. So what is your philosophy in getting your players ready to play in the trenches. Because like we said, we understand you have the skill players.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they call them the pretty boys and call them the smart ones on the squad.
Mm-hmm.
I beg to differ.
Right.
I think the smart ones on the squad is the people in the trenches.
Absolutely.
So what do you do to help the players that has to go head up in those trenches?
Just mentality. You know, I believe as a coach, your players are a reflection of you. And I think my mentality, the way I approach every day, I think that, you know, bleeds over to the kids. Our everyday drills that we do, just implementing the small things that's gonna make up the big things. I think that run game is attitude. I think you can do a million drills, but you know, when it's in the run game, either you want to win or you don't.
True.
So I mean, it's only so many drills and stuff that you can do. So mentality is my biggest thing. Just saying it over and over for those kids to hear. So then they start regurgitating and saying it to each other.
So is your blocking scheme more of a is it man on man, or is it a what's the word I'm trying to use? Where the
zone blocking.
Yeah, zone blocking, or is it head to head double team?
Well, we're gonna do some zone blocking. We're gonna do some gap scheme. We're gonna run the power.
Okay.
You know, yeah, we go run the football.
Yeah.
We go.
That's what Coach Irvin said. Coach Irvin said, "Hey, I run the ball. You know, I love the passing, but he's always stressed. Oh, we running the ball.
Oh yeah, we go run the ball, no doubt. You know, I don't like.
So it's a combination of things.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. I mean, we're gonna pass it. You know, I'm not saying we're not gonna pass it, but we're gonna be run first. We're gonna pound the rock.
And I agree with you. I think to run block, it's a mentality.
Yes.
You got to have a certain type of mentality to really want to run block, because that shows just how good your lineman is.
Yes.
It is mano y mano, and I got to open this hole for my running back. And if it's me or you, it sure ain't gonna be me.
Right.
It's time to run over. So at Hale this year, what difference have you seen since y'all started from spring ball to now? Now you're getting ready to go into the start of the season. What difference have you seen in the players?
I think for one, like we were talking about earlier, a lot more players are showing up consistently. I think that the guys on our team that are considered the leaders are stepping up a little bit more and showing a little initiative and pulling those guys that don't usually show up, pulling them up to us. You know, guys are picking up each other for rides to make it to practice. Coaches are doing the same thing. It's a joint effort, you know, but I think everybody's in. I think everybody's all in.
So Coach, y'all 5A?
We're 5A.
5A. So your first regular season game is against
East Central.
And y'all play them at East Central.
Correct.
Okay. There's another one, Drone. Rival game was week 1 or week 0. It's a lot of those around the area, bro. We're gonna be busy.
Yeah. It's gonna be busy. So what when you came over there, what is that Coach Irvin said that you needed to that he expected out of you to instill in the young men?
Bringing the energy, I think bringing the energy and the mentality. Coach Irvin, he's given me an opportunity to show what I can do. He's given me an opportunity to lead from the front. You know, he's giving me the assistant head coaching job over there. I'm also going to be calling the plays on offense, and I'm also going to be the offensive line coach. So I think Coach Irvin is expecting me to do what he's seen me do when we coach together over at Edison, which is get those big guys going up front, you know, pinning some guys on the ground, being happy about it, bringing that attitude, and leading from the front.
So because you played some D1 ball at OU, and then you played a good bit of NFL ball, how has that been to your advantage in instilling the work ethic into the young men?
Well, I mean, I've seen the game on all levels. I've participated. I've been a part of the game on all levels. I think that's an advantage. I think being able to show those kids, like I can physically get out there and show them. I can show them on tape. I can instill the mentality that I once played with in the buddies that I played with, in the past that we played with, and show them that the proof is there. If you do these things, if you do them how I say them, if you do them with attitude, then it's proven that we can turn this thing around.
Now, who is that one player that if a college coach came out, that one player on offensive line, that one player on defensive line, who are those players that you say, okay, coach, you need to watch this one because he can be D1?
Well, we got a kid right now. His name is Javion Anti. Javion just came over to us from Tulsa Edison. He's 6'4", 290.
Woo. Okay.
He's benching close to 400. He's squatting in the fives.
Okay.
He's gonna be big time. And now that I got him, he's gonna be big time. Coach Irvin has been taking him to a couple of camps this offseason. So he's got Tulsa. He's got Oklahoma State's offered him. University of Central Arkansas's offered him. California's offered him. And he hasn't played it down with us yet.
6'4", 290. That's
yeah.
almost 4-star, 5-star. Because we had Isaiah in here.
Yeah, big boy.
6'7", 289 from Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to your alma mater, going to OU. Isaiah Autry.
Oh, okay.
Out of Mississippi, 6'7", 289. So he's still growing too at 6'4", 290.
He's still growing.
So is it a sloppy 290 or a, more lineman now, more trim and fit 290? Is that what it is, or?
Nah, he looks good. Big wide back. He looks like he lifts a lot. Wow. He looks like he's gonna move some bodies around. So I'm excited. I'm excited about him.
I want to see what position.
Left tackle.
Okay. Do he got good footwork?
He got good feet. He remind me of my one of my guys. I don't want to say he's like him, but he reminds me of a guy that I trained, Trent Williams.
Yeah.
He's athletic like Trent. He's strong like Trent. He's agile.
But Trent's like one of the best offensive linemen right now.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
He get big time money.
He get big time money.
Yeah.
But rightfully so, right?
Yeah.
So that's who he reminds me of when I see him move.
We need to have a conversation once we get off the air. But because like I said, I look at Rogers, their center, which is Lachey.
Yeah.
He benching, he's squatting over 5.
Yeah.
He benching over 3, and he's only 5'10".
Right.
And that's their starting center.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's impressive. That's impressive for a high school guy, for sure.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
So how much more weight you think he can put on?
I think he can be 300 for sure.
He should better be 330, 340.
Yeah.
I think if he get to 340, I think that'd be a sloppy 340. I like the 300, 305.
300.
Because that's more of a trim, stocky.
And he's only about to be a junior.
Whoa.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that.
A junior.
He's gonna be a junior.
He's gonna be a
No, bro. That means he got another year with coach.
So that means he can stand probably about 6'6".
Yeah.
End up running about 6'6", 6'7".
Yeah.
I'm saying it here today. If he's gonna be 6'6", 6'7", he's gonna have any offer he wants.
I bet. Yeah.
Wow.
Left tackle.
Yeah, that's a money position, bro.
Hey man, you making me.
What do you feed him after practice, bro? Let's get that. What do you feed him after practice?
He's not a big eater, man. He likes smoothies and stuff like that. Like he's real disciplined to be a young fella. And it kind of, it throws me off because when it was me, I was McChicken McDouble all day night. So these kids nowadays, they're a little different. He likes to go to Chipotle.
Yeah.
And eat a little clean.
You got me interested now, man.
That's what we might have to go check him out, bro.
I wanna
check him out.
You got me interested in seeing this 6'4", because we don't have too many of those.
Yeah.
Running around Oklahoma.
Well,
at least not in the Tulsa area.
in the city. That's
Yeah.
the difference, you
Yeah.
know, and that's what people were saying is just, you know, before the schools on the outskirts can get them, before they get old enough, you know, they take them away from us.
Yeah.
So for us to have him, man, we're blessed. We're blessed to have him.
So what's that defense alignment that we need to pay attention to?
I think he's gonna be a two-way guy.
Oh, so same dude.
Same dude.
Well, he should be a monster, bro. I'm just saying
Yeah.
he should see a triple team every play.
Mhm.
If he don't, he should be like Big Roach. He should be making the tackle.
Yeah, 'cause we I know when we played, we had a dude named Thomas Roach on our squad. He just swung his arm.
Yeah, he
If-
was.
if he swung his arm and just nicked you, you fail.
Mhm.
Yeah, he was what 6'2",
No,
6'1".
Roach was probably about 6'3",
Yeah, 6'3".
6'4", cockstrong.
Yeah, he benched like 505 when we was in high school.
Dude could have went somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we have one more kid. He's been kind of in and out of the workouts, but me and him, we have a fairly good relationship. He's a freshman, about to be a sophomore. He's 6'7". He's 6'7", but he's not as big as the Javion kid. But he has potential to be a force on that D line. So you know, with Javion and this other kid together,
Y'all got some beef from front.
we got some sleepers over there.
Yeah, y'all got some.
I see why you have to, because you have other schools that'll try to come.
Yeah, snatch him up
all day and night. They doing it right now, you know, all day and night. But you know, the relationship, I think, is what the difference. You know, letting those kids know that, you know, and also showing those kids something outside of Tulsa, right? Showing them that they can grasp and dream.
Yeah. I think that's one of the big things that McLean did. They literally was able to take their players to Colorado to see something different out of Oklahoma.
Right.
And I think that's a big deal to be able to go out of Oklahoma, because a lot of these kids don't leave Oklahoma. Might not even leave Tulsa. But to be able to take them to another state to see something different that they can achieve, and understanding, hey, getting them on the same field with them 4 stars and 5 stars, and you competing and holding your own. That's a big thing.
And it's motivation.
Oh yeah.
To me, it's motivation, and that's how you find out who really want it and who don't. A lot of them talk the game, but when it's time to put in the work, they might retreat a little bit.
Yeah,
So,
we used to call them studio.
Yeah,
them studio gangsters. You know, y'all talking like they big time on the field. Soon as them lights come on, they go.
Yeah.
So what is it that we can should we expect from the Hell Rangers this year?
I think that we can expect for those kids to go out and play their heart out every night, every Friday night. I think that you can expect us as coaches to give everything we got to these kids. I think that you expect us to go out there and you'll see us having fun and high-fiving each other and enjoying each other and doing what it takes to get us a W.
How many more players do you all expect to come out? Because you always get those stragglers once the season starts or school start. How many more y'all expecting to come out?
Well, Coach Irvin's saying when school starts, we usually get maybe like 10 to 15 more guys. So if we can get about 40 guys, that'd be solid. I think that'd be solid. So then we can maybe, you know, use some of those guys for special teams and try to take a little bit of the weight off the shoulders of the guys that's playing both ways.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So what district are y'all in?
We're 5A.
5A. So who do y'all play? Who are y'all district opponents?
Rogers, Bishop Kelly, Collinsville, Claremore.
Oh.
Who else do we have?
Okay.
Edison.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to come because I know last year hell will be fighting strong, and then after that first half, it's like they just dwindled back.
Right.
So what is it that you all as coaches can do this year to where you don't have a fallback that let down after first half?
I think just being consistent. I think being consistent. I don't
not
know.
shooting yourself in the foot,
Of
holding
course.
penalties.
Of course. In my opinion, the teams that win the most games in the state of Oklahoma are the most disciplined teams anyways.
Yeah.
It's not a whole lot of teams besides maybe Booker T who has a whole lot of talent on one roster. Most of those teams have maybe a couple of guys that can go, but the rest of those guys are disciplined. They play hard every play. They don't shoot themselves in the foot. So I think that's the key. I think the key is giving ourselves a chance and going into that halftime game in the fight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And letting your team believe that they can win.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Because y'all playing Collinsville, that's a difficult squad because when they in state last year for 5A.
They up in there somewhere.
Yeah, they
But the thing is when you go to them country towns, they've been playing together
since INFC.
Yeah,
right.
And going on hay rides and cow tipping and everything else since they've been young, together. So they're familiar with one another where, you don't have that same relationship here.
That camaraderie.
So it don't matter what size they are or whatever, but it's just because they play together.
Right.
They've been playing the same offense since they was.
But in my opinion, when you look across the state, Tulsa has a lot of talent.
Yes.
And and it comes down to a program getting the right coaches and staying consistent. Because when you speak about those country towns, like a lot of those country towns, there's coaching staff. Their coaching staff is also consistent, right?
Right.
And they call the same plays and they got the same mannerisms. And those kids that's coming into the high school program or the middle school program, they already know what to expect, right? But in Tulsa, I can't think of a program that's ran like that where you have the elementary school, the middle school, and then they go into the same high school all together. We lose all our kids to Union, Jinx, and they benefit from those kids, but they also have those consistent programs. But then when they sprinkle a few of our kids on top of what they already got, then that's what takes them over the edge, right?
Right.
So that's like the driving force for us, I think, or me specifically, is getting a program in the city that's consistent, having a coach that's going to be consistently there, knowing the job that needs to get done, and willing to do what it takes to get it done.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. But let's digress to you're a former Oklahoma Sooner. This is OU's last year in the Big 12. Do you think that SEC move was the right move to make for OU?
I think that in order for us to be able to compete in the SEC, man, we got to go back to getting them dogs.
Well, one thing I can say, Brent Venables, since he's been there, and this is second year, people are choosing, a lot of the running backs line are choosing OU over Alabama, Tennessee, a lot of these SEC schools, they choosing OU. I think last week they just got 3 5-star skill players last week.
Right, but like we said from the beginning, it's about the trenches.
Yeah.
He
getting them too.
The teams in the SEC, they control the trenches. They don't score a whole lot of points often.
They don't run a whole bunch of complicated offense.
No, they go pound that rock.
Yeah.
And I had the opportunity to go down and do what's the young kid's name? Trayvon. I can't think of his name. He went number 1 last year to the Jags.
The linebacker.
The linebacker, 44 for the Jaguars. He went to Georgia.
Yeah, you went to Georgia. Yeah.
So I can't think of his last name. I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah, we know what you're talking about.
So I went down to his camp and did his camp this summer. And he's from Thomaston, Georgia. Thomaston, Georgia, right? About an hour and some change south between Atlanta and Macon.
Okay.
And I seen some kids out there, 8th grade, 9th grade, as big as me. So like those kids that we need at OU in the trenches, in my opinion, those big kids are in the southeastern part of the states. Georgia, Mississippi, Louisiana, Alabama. Like, we need to get somebody to go down there and snatch up some of those kids because you got Georgia, LSU, Trayvon Walker. That's his name. They got those kids down there, and they're Georgia's getting commits from those guys early because nobody knows about them.
Yeah.
Right. You got kids 6'4", 6'5", 6'6", 14, 15 years old. Where are those kids at? When you go to Arkansas, you go to Alabama, and you go on those college visits, like, you see nothing but those big old jokers walking around, and that's who's controlling the trenches. So I think, and I tell Coach Venables, all the time. I played at OU when Coach Venables was there. He was our defensive coordinator, and I went there, and Coach Levy, he was the first person I met when I went to OU when I was getting recruited. And I joke and talk with them all the time. I'm like, hey man, we got to start getting some of those hogs. We're gonna go down there and join that big league, because that's a grown man's league.
Yeah.
So if we gonna compete in that grown man's league, then we got to have some grown men.
Okay. So do you think it was a good move or bad move?
I think it was a good move. I like the competition. I like to compete. I like to step up. I like the fact that we're willing to accept the challenge. So I like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this year is our last year in the Big 12. Do you think that we have to make a name? Do we have to make a statement as OU? And I say we because I'm OU alum.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think we have to make a statement this year, leaving out of the Big 12, going into the SEC?
I think it would be good to leave a statement. I think it'd be good to build some momentum going into the new league, building some confidence amongst the players to let them know, like, hey man, we're gonna keep this show on the road. We're gonna keep building it up, and let's build some momentum going into that league so we can continue to do what we always done.
Okay,
which is win some games.
Okay, now being a Big 12, because you was there when OU was in Big 12. Colorado is coming to the Big 12 next year.
Mm-hmm.
Talking Big 12, how do you think Dion them would Coach Prime would do in the Big 12? Because Colorado is coming back home.
Mm-hmm.
I never thought Colorado was a Pac-12 squad. They coming back home to where they're supposed to be. How do you think they will be able to compete in the Big 12?
I think that's a smart move by Coach Prime coming back to the Big 12. I think that the Pac-12 is kind of like a USC league, Oregon maybe, and those teams that's more West Coast. I think coming back to the Big 12 and that we're leaving the Big 12, I think that's big time for him. I think it's smart. I think he will be able to have better success earlier. So I think it's a good move.
Now I'm bringing up USC. I know. Hey, this football season, I can't help it. We say we're going a little bit, but I can't help it. When we start talking ball, we get lost.
Yeah,
we get lost.
Yeah.
Now USC's last year in the Pac-12. They're going to the Big 10.
Mm-hmm.
Them and UCLA.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that was it's hard for me to see USC or UCLA in the Big 10.
Mm-hmm.
That Sunshine State. And you have to go play them dogs that's in the cold weather, in the snow and sleet and rain.
But now the Big 10 is coast to coast because Rutgers is in New Jersey, and you might have to play all the way out in California.
But I'm just saying it's the weather, dog. It's that weather. USC is not
the condition to play up in Michigan and Indiana in October and November. Because you know what it get like.
Yeah. So what do you think about that USC and UCLA going to the Big 10? Because you look at their schedule. First year in the Big 10. When they start getting cold,
they play at home.
Yeah. So do you think USC is going to fare? Was it a good move for USC? Like, you got OU and Texas going to the SEC. USC and UCLA going to the Big 10. Do you think that was a good move?
I don't think that was a good move for initially, let's just say I say initially, right? I'm an Ohio guy. I'm originally from Ohio, right? And me choosing Oklahoma, not knowing anything about Oklahoma, right? I thought that Oklahoma was gonna be
Go ahead and say it, tumbleweeds flying everywhere.
Just a little bit more warm year round. You know, I didn't think that we would get as cold as we get here. You know, so me leaving Ohio and not choosing Ohio State or Michigan, you know, I got a lot of back talk for that, but it was more so for me of trying to pick somewhere that wasn't so cold year round.
Yeah.
You know, so being those kids coming across, first of all, flying 4 or 5 hours to get all the way across and then going to, you know, Penn State,
Yeah,
Michigan,
Woo.
Michigan State.
Woo.
Oh man, it's gonna
Woo.
be cold. It's gonna be cold. And it's, you know, it's different when it's cold. You know, those you don't move like you usually move when it's cold.
So I think the recruiting is gonna have to change.
Mm-hmm.
I think by them going to the Big Ten cold, I think it gives them a door to recruit more of those
corn-fed,
cold weather. But then when you get part of that Sunshine State,
you get more quarterbacks.
You get more. I'm gonna say wussified because you're dealing with that warm weather. I look at my brother. My brother originally from Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
Let it get below 60 degrees and he here in Tulsa. He feel like he got to have a fur coat on or because he's freezing. Dude, you lived here. And so I think that's what's going to happen when you're dealing with them people that you'll see recruiting. Now they come into this warm weather.
Right.
Going back to that cold, they ain't going to be able to deal with.
Yeah, it's a different animal, bro. Because I've been to Indiana in April, and it snowed the weekend I was there, and I was like, bro, it's 80 degrees at the crib.
Mm-hmm.
What are you talking about snow? What is this? What is this sleet stuff?
Hey man, I was just there, just in Chicago, and it was freezing cold. I'm talking about it's snowing and sleeting, and I'm like, what the crap is this?
That's that Midwest, you know.
I didn't even want to leave out the hotel room. It was so cold.
That's that Midwest. You know, a lot of those kids in the Midwest, they tend to stay, you know, regional.
Yeah.
I don't see a lot of those kids going west as often as a kid from the West will come, you know, back east.
I don't know. Just you know, one thing I can say about USC and UCLA going to the Big Ten, it's gonna be new rivals being made. Because you know, the big rival is Michigan and Ohio State.
Right.
You know, that's one of the biggest rivalries in the country.
Mm-hmm.
UCLA coming in that mix, you know, they
ain't gonna have no cotton picking rivalry.
It's gonna be some rivalry is gonna form.
Who?
I don't know who, but it's one of them's gonna perform. one of them is gonna form. Like OU Texas. OU Texas is never gonna change.
No.
They're gonna play in Dallas every year. It's gonna be a heated rivalry. It's gonna be the second weekend of Texas State Fair. You know it's coming. And you know it's Oklahoma versus Texas, and either you a Sooner fan or you a Texas fan. And if you've been to the fair on that weekend, everybody's either in orange or they in red.
That's on my bucket list. You'll think that because I'm an OU alum and my uncle went to OU. You'll think I've been to an OU Texas game. I ain't never been to one. That's on my bucket list.
Bro,
it's on my bucket list, man.
Bro, it's the only I went the year I stayed in Dallas. They said when they say half the field red, half the field orange, that's for real, bro. You'll see the line.
Mm-hmm.
One side will be red, one side will be orange, and you go all this way is orange, you go all this way is red, and everybody at the fair got in them two colors.
Mm-hmm. We got to get you down there to it. We got to get you.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like, you're gonna hear Boomer, and a whole bunch of people that say Sooner, and then you see all these horns. Everybody's horns gonna go up. You be like, what?
Hey, man. Hey. You do that one more time on this show, we're kicking you off. You hold up a horn that ugly way, we kicking you off the show. Do it one more time. Do it one more time. You know better. We don't even like this orange around here, all that burned orange stuff around there. You know, we don't like that, man. We don't do that around here.
I'm just saying, bro, because I went to school in Dallas.
I don't care what you did. But you're Oklahoma. You do it one more time. Do it one more time.
Hey, if you want to get them, we'll get them after the show.
Yeah, you got that right. Do it one more time. So, okay. So, before we get y'all, because we're going to have to have you back on here.
Yeah.
Where you're not talking about hell football during the football season. We're going to have you back on. OU plays Tulsa September 16th.
Mm-hmm.
And do you think it's going to be a blowout or do you think it's going to be close?
I don't know, man.
They playing at TU.
Kevin Wilson is my guy. Kevin Wilson recruited me out of Youngstown to come to OU. So
and I'm trying to figure out how I can get some tickets to his OU TU game.
Yeah.
I'm trying to.
Well, I'm not gonna sit here and I don't want to call the blowout because I like people from both sides. I want to see a good game. Obviously, I'm a OU alum, but Kevin Wilson, man, he did me a great deed and staying consistent with me, recruiting me, and making sure that I got an opportunity to see the next level and get a college education. So, I'm not gonna talk down on my guy.
Okay. Hey, I ain't got no problem with it.
Yeah.
So we always have our guests before we get you off here. We always have our guests say got 30 seconds to a minute to say something positive, some encouraging words, because you never know who might be listening, young people or even adults.
Right.
Say some encouraging words.
Mm-hmm.
You got 30 seconds to a minute. Go.
I'll just say stay the course. Anything that you're doing, stay the course. Don't be discouraged. Stay after it, be consistent, and believe in yourself. It might not look like the way you want it to look at the beginning, but stay the course, stay consistent, stay prayed up, and you can do anything that you set your mind to.
All right, there you go. That's Mr. Brandon Braxton, formerly of the Oklahoma Sooners, formerly of the. Who'd you wait for in the NFL?
I don't want to say because you got that Dallas on over there.
Go ahead and say it out. Ain't no shame in my game.
Well, I heard you talk bad about my Browns earlier, right? But that's okay. So I'm a Brown by heart, but I'm a player guy. So Trent Williams is my guy. So I like the San Fran right now.
He didn't say it.
Lord, forgive him, for he know not what he do. He know not what he do. But hey, thanks for coming on the show. We appreciate it. When we get back, we're gonna have an interview. We got Mr. Kewan Parker of the University of Tulsa. Be on the show when we get back right here on the 2Dawgs Sports Talk Show.
Citizens United for a Better Educational System, better known as Cubes. We stand together to fight COVID-19 and its variants with a layered approach. Let's make our schools safe, educate, vaccinate, wear masks, social distance, and wash your hands. Cubes cares about our community. To save the children.
Hey, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Welcome to Black Wall Street Tees and Souvenirs, where you can get the best Black-owned t-shirts, apparel, and souvenirs right here in the heart of Tulsa. For more information, please call 918-523-0608 or shop online with us at bwstshirts.com. And we hope to see you soon.
The 36th Street North Event Center is a full-scale event center where we share the experiences of the community. At the event center, you can rent space for weddings, birthday parties, receptions, concerts, Greek events, quinceañeras, and much more. We also do custom decor, linen, and centerpieces. We're located at 1125 East 36th Street North. To book your next special event, business gathering, or community event, call us at 918-200-9046.
This is KBOB 89.9 FM, Tulsa. And now streaming 24/7 live from the Eden Media Studio. 24/7 live at KBOB899.com.
How to order chicken wings. Number 1, find a good wing spot.
I know a wing spot, Max Wings.
Number 2, decide if you want a combo or if you want to order a la carte.
Huh? What's that?
Well, combos come with chicken, veggie sticks, fries, and a drink for a discounted price. A la carte means that you order each item separately.
Ah, okay.
3. Decide if you want bone in, boneless, or cauliflower wings, and then determine the delicious flavor you want on your wings.
I didn't even know cauliflower had wings.
You learn something new every day. Have you been to Max Wings?
Yep.
Max Wings is located at 782 East Pine Street in Tulsa. We're open Monday through Thursday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. and on Friday and Saturday from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Come to Max Wings, home of the dry rub fries.
Hit a slam dunk like man up. Enemy salty, he ran up. It's a foul move and one. We stay eat, man. Jesus, I own my life. I'ma shine bright as a light. I don't need diamonds to shine. I just keep God on my mind, dog. Giving my all to like sign, watch me clean like pine saw. Hey, I call God, yeah. Jesus, he the reason I be rapping, singing in the hood and trenches. I don't need a mention. This some time in prison. I got rescued, not arrested. Now I'm living. I be Holy Spirit sipping Bible totes, and I was chosen for this moment.
Welcome back to the $2 Sports Talk Show. Y'all know what that is. That's that back to back. That's the one that everybody be talking about. Everybody be crying for because that back to back be hitting hard. But once again, hey, make sure you come out for the Spreading Hope Back to School Bash. We celebrating 10 years, August 19, 2023, from 11 to 2 p.m. at B.S. Roberts Park in Langston at 914 North Greenwood Avenue, Tulsa, Oklahoma, 74106. Registration opens up at 10:30 a.m. You must be registered to receive a backpack, and the backpack is filled with school supplies. So make sure y'all come out to the Back to School Bash, celebrating 10 years for children with unique needs, but all children are welcome. So I want to stress that. We're focused on children with unique needs, but all children are welcome. So make sure you come out, bring your family out. We got immunization shots, we got health screenings, we got the bookmobile. So we promoting literacy. Anything that you can think of, it will be at this back to school bash. So make sure you come out August 19th from 11 to 2 p.m. at B.S. Roberts Park, Langston University, 914 North Greenwood Avenue, Tulsa, Oklahoma, 74106. And if you would like to donate, you can donate at 36th Street North Event Center. You can donate there. I believe it's from 11 to 2 on Monday and Wednesdays, I believe. Or if you have any more questions, you can call 918-619-6174, 918-619-6174. All right. We got Mr. Kewan Parker in the house of the University of Tulsa. And hey, you don't want to miss this. Mr. Kewan Parker, University of Tulsa. All right, you're on the $2 Sports Talk Show here with Drone and Yo, and we have Mr. Kewan Parker of the University of Tulsa on the show right now. How's it going, Kewan?
Everything good, smooth.
So you started out at Arkansas and you ended up back home. What made you decide to want to come home?
I was just feeling the University of Arkansas just wasn't a place for me anymore. When it came to athletics and just overall, I feel like the Lord was pulling me back home when it came down to it.
Okay. So when you came back home, you at TU, you have a new coaching staff with Coach Wilson. What was it like? Was it a lot of learning curves when you came back home at TU with the whole new coaching staff, or what was that like?
For me, I don't think the coaching staff would have made too much of a difference because like I was coming in new myself, and Coach Wilson and his staff are the ones who recruited me here. I was just appreciative to be able to have another chance and be at home.
Now, playing in the SEC, what do you think that you're going to be able to bring that you learned from playing against so-called the number one division in college football? What are you going to be able to bring from that to TU?
I think a big thing for me coming from that conference is physicality. How to learn how to be real physical. When I first got there, setting edges as a 170-pound defensive back, setting edges on the 6'8" tackle, just the physicality and how to play the game from a mental standpoint also.
So you say you was like 170. Where are you at now? What's your weight now? About the same
Right.
or a little bit more?
Right now I'm at 175.
Okay. What are you comfortable playing at?
Either or. Right now I'm at 175, but I'm still like keeping my speed and got a little stronger over the off season, so that's good.
Okay. So have you, since you've been home, has the calls been coming in for tickets, especially when y'all play OU? Have you been getting phone calls say, hey, I need tickets for September 16th?
Yeah, that seemed like the main one recently. Everybody want to come see that one.
Okay. So what has it been like to with new teammates, having to learn new teammates, having to learn what's going on? What has that experience been like?
For me, I've been trying to be patient, just letting it happen naturally, sitting back and just getting here and busting my tail and working hard and allowing the team to embrace me since I'm the new one to their team. And I mean, it's been smooth and everybody's pretty accepting. So I appreciate them for that.
Because I know TU, they have a lot of people that came in from the transfer portal and everything. So have you all, the new ones came in, have y'all gelled together, clicked together, y'all hanging out to experience this whole ordeal together, or what are y'all doing?
Yeah, so two new people who also came in at the same time as me, Braylon Presley and DeMarco Jones. Braylon Presley, I grew up like around him since we were younger, so I always knew him growing up. So we gelled pretty quickly. And DeMarco Jones, like I played with him in high school at Booker T. He transferred in from OSU. Well, both of them transferred in from OSU, but at Booker T, he played on one side of the field at corner, and I was the other corner my sophomore year, his senior year. So me and him had a bond already.
So it's the competitiveness that you have here at TU. Is it just as intense here at TU as it was when you was at Arkansas? Is it just intense at TU?
Oh yes, sir. I feel like the competitiveness, something that I just feel like it would never leave me. I don't know why, but I love it. And yes, sir, I definitely still have that same competitiveness.
What about the players? Are the players at TU just as gung-ho and competitive as where you came from?
I mean, yeah, you got dogs everywhere on each team, and I mean, here's definitely some dogs on the field every day on the opposite side of the ball of me, and also on the same side of the ball as me.
So what has that learning curve been since you coming into a new system that you have to learn? What has that learning curve been like?
Oh, it's been pretty smooth. When I first got here, I was playing the nickelback position in the defense, and now I'm at corner. But the transition, even from that was smooth. So I appreciate the coaches taking the time and helping us out, learning the playbook and everything.
Now, is corner your favorite position, or do you like playing safety or playing that nickel? Is this where you feel more comfortable at?
Honestly, I feel comfortable just wherever the team need me to play it, wherever the coaches need me to play it for the team. Because at nickel, you get to play in space and make plays, and I consider myself like a playmaker. But at corner, you can also be a playmaker. You gotta just go get it yourself at corner. Like you gotta go take the ball away, go get off a block, go make a play. So wherever the team need me to play at, that's where I love each position. So
What if coach came and said, "Hey, I need you to play some wide receiver"? Would you want to do that?
Yeah, I definitely think I can play some slot receiver.
Okay. I see you said slot. You didn't say outside, so you'll be more comfortable at the slot.
Well, either one, but I think slot because I'm real quick. I can do some slot receiver, man.
Okay. So since you've been back, have you talked to Coach Brown? Have Coach Brown gave you any pointers since you've been back? Any advice?
Coach Brown from Booker T. Washington.
Yes.
Yeah, I talked to Coach Brown a couple times since I've been back, maybe twice. He's just telling me to stay on it and just keep my foot on the gas. He knows what type of player I am.
So what is it that we can expect out of TU this year?
You can just expect a hard fighting team that's not gonna give up, and we're gonna put our best foot on the field, no matter who we getting on the field with the whole season. You can expect a disciplined team and a team who play together.
Now, Coach Wilson, I remember Coach Wilson when he was at OU, and he played that go style, swing the ball around. How has that style, if he brought it to TU, how has that style helped your game?
I mean, going against his offense every day helps me develop as a player and as a DB because, like you said, Coach Wilson, he likes to get the ball around fast and he likes to go score. So, like, playing against an up-tempo offense every day and just getting used to that, I mean, I feel like it's really good for the team and for my game, too.
Now you what about 5'11", 6 foot?
5'10".
5'10". So as a smaller defensive back, and a lot of times you might be going against wide receivers that's more like 6'2", 6'3". What adjustments do you have to make to go against that taller receiver that's just as fast as you are?
I have to be sound in my technique. That's what I like. Majority of the time, whenever I have free time, I like to use some of that free time to help me on my game, whether it's watching film or going on the field and just working on my press man, working on my off man, or just little things like that to keep my technique sound because I know at the end of the day, there's other good football players out there too. So I never want to get caught lacking too much.
So you more focus on your technical skills and not just using your athleticism only, but making sure that your technical skills is right.
Yeah, because I like growing up, I kind of was able to watch and learn that athleticism can only get somebody so far. So I want to use my abilities and also add to what I'm good at and add on what I'm not good at also.
So after your career at TU, what are you planning on doing?
I pray that if it's the Lord's will, get a chance to go play in the league in the NFL. Want to have a family with my wife. Just
what's
keep running my.
What's your major?
Organizational studies.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about what is organizational studies?
It's like a mix between like a business and management degree. Since at my previous school, Arkansas, I was going into the sports management career, but at TU they didn't have a sports management degree, and this was the closest one.
Okay. So you want to be like a sports agent or something in that field like that?
Yeah, just stay around sports. I love sports, so.
Okay.
But I also think I could do something in the professional side of it when it's all said and done.
All right. So like I said, I want to thank you for coming on the 2Dawgs Sports Talk Show, taking our time. I get you a T-shirt, a 2Dawgs T-shirt. I send it to you. I send it to Don, and Don will give it to you. But good luck this year on your endeavors at TU. I'm gonna try to make some of the games this year and see what you and Brenda can do. We had Brenda on the show a while back also, so I'm looking forward to checking y'all out, see what you can do. Good luck this year at TU, and hey, More power to you, man. Appreciate it. That was Mr. Keewan Parker of the University of Tulsa Golden Hurricanes. Hey, man, they have a lot. They have a lot of new talent out there. They got a new quarterback, and I think it's going to be pretty interesting over there off of 11th and Yale, man.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to seeing the Kevin Wilson's looking offense and see because he's recruiting a whole different kind of animal than what Ty Montgomery, and they're looking pretty good. So hopefully that turns into some wins and some good games.
Yeah, hey, man. Once again, I don't like to brag, but we have some awesome young people that come out of the Tulsa area.
Yes.
And I'm so honored that they are willing to come on the 2Dawgs Sports Talk Show and grace us with their presence, because they don't have to.
No.
But I'm honored that they come on here and they grace us with their presence, and we making relationships and things so we can go to the next level here on the 2Dawgs Sports Talk Show. Hey, man, but we can get ready to get up out of here.
Hey, bro, I got to say one thing, man. I want to thank everybody for all the support, all the phone calls and messages. I want to thank my brother. This is not just my partner. This is my brother, Drone. Anytime I need drone help, anytime I need or I don't need, he'll just volunteer. He got my back, and I love him for that. So I just wanted to thank you on air, bro.
Hey, man. Hey, that's what we do, man.
Yeah.
That's what we do, man. Hey. If we don't help others, what are we here for?
Yeah.
And that's what we're here, man. My heart goes out to you and your family, man. And hey, I can't say how I feel. I can only empathize because I've never experienced it. But I know it ain't no fun.
Right. This is not on your bucket list,
yeah,
bro.
No, it's not. It's not. But and I pray you and your family's strength and that y'all can stay strong and still have joy and think about the goodness and the fun that you've had. And so it is that hey, man, ain't nothing you can say.
Yeah.
But
I appreciate you, bro. I
hey,
really do, man.
Much love, man. Much love, man. All right, hey, man. Before we get off here, let's talk a little bit. Aaron Rodgers. I told you, it's like you get divorced from the old woman, and now you got the new woman, and now you're showing out. Aaron Rodgers showing out. Yes. He giving $35 million back. He didn't want to pay no alimony to the Green Bay Packers. He wasn't trying to get nothing back.
Nah, he was taking it.
Yeah, new woman, he give him $35 million back. He playing with the children, and they going out on dates and everything. And what you think is up with Aaron Rodgers, man?
I just think he didn't been revitalized, bro. He wants to actually win another Super Bowl, and then he sees an opportunity to win, even though he gonna have to go through a gauntlet to get there.
Oh yeah, hey man, them first 6 games, woo-wee, they start off with the Buffalo Bills, dog.
Yeah, so it's either strap them up now, and but we gonna see.
I think if they get Dalvin Cook, I think that's gonna make a world of difference, man.
Play action, they'll be able to
play action. Dalvin Cook, and then let Breland come back.
Yeah,
and you got a 2-head monster. Yeah. Oh man, it's oh Lord, it's Lord God, it's football season. Yeah. Hey man,
I just can't. I'm kind of looking forward to Hard Knocks this year, bro, because they doing the Jets this year.
But they gonna screen everything, man. We not going to see the real deal.
Oh, I did watch Quarterbacks.
Oh yeah,
Netflix.
I told you it was good, man.
Yeah.
They could have got Marcus Mariota off of it, but
but I do now have a lot of respect
for Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, because he gives his all.
Yeah,
from the stretching to the psychologist. I mean, he ball pretty much 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. He eat, sleep, and drink.
Yeah.
Ball.
And they take that. His wife said, "No, we got one day that we don't do no football." And hey, and you got to respect that. She's the woman of the house, so she said, "Hey, dude, you got 6 days, but one day." That's why they keep having children, man. At one day.
But it's good to see a woman actually, of seeing a quarterback wife and seeing how much she has to be involved, because she's helping them go through the playbook.
Oh yeah, she really involved.
Yeah, so I'm like, man, you gotta know football to be a quarterback wife.
But one thing that we seen with all of them.
Yeah.
When it came to daddy duty.
Yeah,
I don't care who you are. You was changing diapers. You was taking out trash. You was doing all that. All 3 of them.
Yeah.
Had to change diapers and everything else. They wasn't playing.
Yeah.
They wasn't. Hey, but Mahomes' house is fat, dog.
Yeah. But do you see how much, he go to practice and get with his coach, and then he goes to his trainer and trains to throw all them awkward positions, and so he don't get those ankle tweaks and all that.
But that house was fat, man. That house was. He said, "Big old fish tank."
Yeah, and
he got a basketball goal. Hey, man, why don't you got no football toss or something? You got a basketball goal. Hey. Then the outside. Hey, man, that house. Hey, man.
He got half a golf course on his property. You saw that?
Yeah. Yeah, that
with a driving range and everything. You got some paper, bro.
Hey, man, yeah.
You got paper.
The house is fat. That lets me know he don't plan on leaving Kansas City.
No, he
don't
there.
Plan on leaving Kansas.
He there.
He there for the long haul because he got that house built from the ground up. That mug was nice.
Yeah, it is. I was like, he got a golf course. Who? Golf course?
Yeah.
Golf course.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got bread, homie.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, he got.
Have you talked to Josh?
No. My son has. He's saying he's not going to training camp until they renegotiate. He said he might go to. He might show up week 1 because he don't want to get fined no more.
And from my understanding, it is non-refundable.
Right. But he right now, since he hasn't signed his
franchise tag,
they can't fine him for missing practice. I was like, that's $50,000 though, bro. Josh like, oh, that's lightweight money. He said my Nike deal more than that. I said, Nike? He said, yeah, I got a Nike deal. I said,
hey man, he gotta do what he gotta do, man. I do think that they're underchanging these running backs. Running backs get hit more than anybody on the field. And
running backs have to block,
catch, run,
and
you don't want to pay them.
Yeah.
But
the workhorse of your team, the only dude that might not touch, that doesn't touch the ball as near as he do is the quarterback.
Yeah.
He touched the ball more than the receivers and the tight end.
And you don't want to pay him.
And you don't want to pay him.
You want a franchise tag and give him 10.1. And, I look at what Saquon Barkley got. I'm like, dude, your bonus is based off if y'all make the playoffs.
Yes.
And you got to depend on your quarterback.
Who got paid.
So if your quarterback suck,
you might not get out.
You might not get your money.
Yeah, that's messed up.
What kind of mess, dude? Yeah. Who advising you? I ain't got no problem with you coming into camp. I don't have no problem with that. But you advised and took this deal where your bonus money is dependent upon your quarterback.
Yeah. I don't get it.
Your incentives should have been dependent upon you. That if I rush for so many yards, if I play so many games, That's depending upon me.
Yeah. If I rush the ball this many times for the season,
yeah,
I need to get a check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not depending upon whether this quarterback can play.
Yeah. But they said, like, when he's on the field, I think he's pretty much 80% of their offense because he catches 7 to 10 balls a game. He carries the ball 15 to 20 times a game.
Let him get hurt.
Yeah.
Let him get hurt. He sure won't be getting a contract no more.
No.
They gave you basically, you renegotiate your contract, but you basically got what they was offering you
in the first place.
Jump.
Yeah, they gave him $100,000 more dollars.
And then you didn't get a no trade clause or no franchise clause.
Yeah.
So
they can refranchise him next year.
Yeah. So it is what it is. But hey, make sure y'all, we'll be back next week, $2 Sports Talk Show. And hey, y'all know we can talk some football next week.
Yeah.
It's going down. So you want to make sure that you tune in to the $2 Sports Talk Show. If you love ball like we love ball,
you'll tune in.
You'll tune in because we talking all ball next week on the $2 Sports Talk Show. You bark at us.
We bark back.
Roo.
This is KBOB 89.9 FM, Tulsa. And now streaming 24/7 live from the Eden Media Studio. 24/7 live at KBOB899.com.
Over 1,700 people in Oklahoma live with the daily challenges of sickle cell disease.
Hey, this is Ralph Johnson of Earth, Wind, and Fire. And whenever I'm in Tulsa, I'm tuned in to KBOB 89.9 on the FM.
Sickle cell disease is the #1 genetic blood disorder in the world that can cause many health complications throughout an individual's life. Over 1,700 people in Oklahoma live with the daily challenges of sickle cell disease. Thousands more carry the sickle cell trait.
Support as a family with sickle cell disease. It's an exclusive, comprehensive organization that serves Oklahoma's sickle cell community. Our mission is to effect systematic change in the areas of patient care, education,